Hi everyone, here are three things about Palantir stock that smart investors absolutely know. The first, the company was net profitable for the first time in its history. In the most recent quarter, Palantir was profitable on the bottom line. What's more is that Palantir is forecasting that it will be profitable on the bottom line for the fiscal year 2023. So it's not just going to be one quarter of profitability. Palantir expects this profitability to persist for the rest of 2023. Now, keep in mind, it doesn't mean that each and every quarter of 2023 will be profitable. Rather, what it means is that the full year fiscal 2023 will be profitable. So if there is a quarter where it is negative on the bottom line, it's going to be more than made up for in other quarters. Now, keep in mind also that this is just a forecast and it may not turn out to be true, but in management's best estimate, they forecast they will be net profitable on the bottom line for 2023. This is something that Palantir stock investors absolutely know about. The second thing that Palantir stock investors know about is that it is expanding sales beyond governments. Initially, Palantir's sales were proportionally more weighted towards government customers. Now it's expanding beyond that. In the fiscal year 2022, government revenue increased by 19% to 1.072 billion, while commercial revenue grew by 29% to 834 million. So they're almost equal now in terms of commercial revenue versus government revenue. The company ended the fourth quarter with 367 total customers. That was up by 55% from the prior trailing 12-month period. Now, this is important because there are way more businesses in the world than there are governments. So if Palantir can grow within the commercial industry as well as it has grown among the government customers, that gives it a much broader customer base and a much larger market opportunity. Now, it can do this even more so if it can figure out a way to deliver its services at lower price points and that way attract even more customers. For now, Palantir is known as the best in class data management, data analysis company. If it can lower its price points, then it can attract more customers because the best in class also means that it's very expensive and fewer and fewer businesses can afford Palantir's services, although they would love to have Palantir's services, they just can't afford it. So if Palantir can make itself more affordable, that will attract even more customers going forward. The third and final thing I will note here about Palantir stock that smart investors know about is that the valuation is much more attractive. The stock is down 79% off its high, and Palantir stock is not expensive anymore. It's trading at a forward price to earnings ratio of 33.37. This is down significantly. Look at the chart here. In January of 2022, according to this metric, Palantir stock was trading at a forward PE ratio of over 80. So the stock has lost nearly 2/3 of its valuation when looking at the forward price to earnings ratio, and it's lost 80% of its valuation just looking at the absolute value of the stock price. And what's making Palantir stock look even less expensive is the fact that while the stock price has been declining, the company has been making great progress towards increasing profitability and increasing cash flows from operations. So you have this increasing profitability, increasing cash flow. At the same time, you have decreasing stock price. So you're getting more bang for your buck. At the same time, the price is falling. So it's been a really good trend for investors that were interested in buying Palantir stock, but they were waiting on the sidelines, just waiting to buy the dip or waiting for a better entry point, now is that better entry point. So those investors got what they were looking for, although sadly, this has not been good news if you already owned Palantir stock. If you owned Palantir stock, this has not been a happy trek downward, losing 80% of your stock's value in this since its highs in 2021. So depending on which side of the fence you're on, this 80% decrease in the stock price could be viewed as good news or bad news. All right, I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. All right, so those are the three things that smart investors surely know about Palantir stock. And I'm sure that's not the only things that they know about Palantir stock, but it's at least they know those three things. Okay, so that's all I've got for this video. Based on your selection to watch this video, I've picked other videos that I thought you will enjoy. They're popping up on your screen right now. So please click on one of those and I will see you over there.